Let's go back to 2018. Tension between US and China have exploded into a full-blown trade war. In 2025, things get even worse. The US, under the administration of Trump, imposed 145% of massive tariff on Chinese goods. China hit back with 125% of tariff. This tit-for-tat game has disrupted the global supply chain. It also hurted the many businesses around the world. Now the question is, why they suddenly interested in peace? First thing first, economic pressure. As you know, US businesses are dominating global economy. From Microsoft to Google to Facebook, they are dominating everywhere. Most of the things that we use that are made in US. For example, for you watching me on your phone or your laptop. If you're using laptop, most chances you are using Windows software. If you are watching me on your phone, there is a high probability that you are using an iPhone, or maybe if you are using a smartphone, you are using Android. We are surrounded by US goods and services, and that's why these global giant businesses are getting hurt from this trade war. That's why they are trying to just settle down all these things. This is one of the reasons why they are suddenly interested in peace. Another reason that I want to highlight, that is China's slowdown. China exports have dropped and factories of China are dying. China is mostly depend on export. Their government is supporting through subsidies to their companies for exporting cheaper goods to the world. And that's why the Chinese made goods are very much cheaper, but also there is a concern of reliability on Chinese goods. But fact is, China can produce cheaper goods for the world with the helping of Chinese government. Next is talk in Geneva. Recent negotiation between both sides showed substantial progress. They even agreed to set up a joint consecutive platform to keep talking. And last, if we talk about global impact, this fight is not just hurting them, it's hurting everyone. From Europe to Africa, supply chain are under stress. What we can expect next? Experts says we might see a phase of rollback of tariff, but will this end the trade war completely? That's still uncertain. What's clear though is that both countries now realize that nobody wins in a prolonged trade war. Now let's talk about India. We are Indians, so it is important to talk about India, what impact it will make on India. So first thing first, export opportunities. As US and China reduce reliances on each other, India can fill up the gap in the sectors like electronics, textile and pharma. If you talk about stock market, global stock market including India's Sensex and Nifty remain unstable since past few months due to trade uncertainty. If we talk about supply chain, many Indian industries depend on Chinese raw materials are facing shortage and delay, as well as investments are shifting. Global companies are looking for an alternative manufacturing hub. A great chances of India if you can give them a good infrastructure, a good law and order, a good roadway, electricity. If you can provide these type of things to the US companies, they will definitely come to India, as I can see here. Lastly, let's talk about strategic advantage. India's neutral stance give it a leverage.
Your question, do we have multiple options? Answer is yes. Is that a problem? Why should it be a problem? If I'm smart enough to have multiple options, you should be admiring me. You shouldn't be criticizing.
Both the countries, and it is good if you can manage both the countries. That is our power of negotiation, that we are handling both the countries. And at the last, I can say the US-China trade deal is not just about tariff war. It's about dominating the global power, economical survival, and a shifting world order. And for India, it's both a challenge and an opportunity. What do you think about this development? What is your thought? Please don't forget to write down on the comment section. I will be very much happy to read your comment. For today, this is the end. See you on next video. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. This is breaking. Big development between US and China. US and China reduced their tariff. Significant tariff cut by both the nations. US tariff on China imports will decrease from 145% to 30%, and China tariff on US goods will drop from 125% to 10%. Just have a look, power of negotiation, 145% to just 30% and 125% to only 10%. Just see the level of negotiation by the Chinese authority and what India is doing. I just can't believe on my eyes. And second thing is 90 days suspension. The reduced tariff will be in effect for 90 days starting on May 14, 25, providing a window for further negotiation. Both the nations are trying to reduce the both tariff by discussing with each other. Apart from this, in certain goods, tariff remain unchanged, like metal and fentanyl related products. And what about the market? So definitely the agreement lead to surge in the global stock market with significant gains like the Nasdaq and Dow Jones. And what we can expect in future, we can expect both the countries tend to continue discussion to address broader trade issues and aim for a more permanent solution. So this is the end for today. See you on next video. And also don't forget to write down your stake on this development and let me also understand what you think about it. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय भारत.